everybody, welcome back to another video. My name is Bombshell Nye, and over here we do everything faith, lifestyle, and beauty. So if you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below. So if you read by the title, you already know what we're getting into today, and that is a budget-friendly makeup routine. Because one, who doesn't love a good budget? And two, I don't want to have to be using my expensive products all the time, and I can still get the same beat for less. So that's what we're gonna get into. So without further ado, let's get into the beat face. First step in our routine is we're gonna start with a primer. But before you prime, your skincare does matter, and I will be doing a separate video on my skincare because right now I just have a bare face. But making sure your face is moisturized before you put the makeup on is important, because if your face is dry, your makeup's gonna look dry, and we don't want that, okay? No Casper the Ghost in 2026. We're not doing that. I'm here to help y'all and hold y'all hand into a new beat face, okay? This is the goat. I'm sorry, fight me. I love this though. Like, this is hands down chef kiss. It does the job every time. So, and I think this is retailing for about $11. That's how much I got it for. So not too expensive. I normally do one on my cheek, one on the other cheek, and then I kind of do like half a pump on my nose because that's where I get oily at. Half a pump on my forehead, and like a little half a pump on my chin. And then we just move that out. Definitely make sure that you get it under your eyes, because that's where you're gonna have concealer at, and you want to make sure that the primer is up in there, honey, because if not, your makeup is gonna be moving, and we don't need that. Also, a little hack that I do is I put a little bit of it on my eyebrows to kind of act as like a straightening, like just straightening out my eyebrows. So I put it on there, and I take a spoolie, and I just kind of like, you know, you see how it's kind of like pushing them up and making them look better. Yeah, I always do that. It's kind of like a little hack for like lamination without getting lamination. See, just push them right on up and make them nice and smooth. Now, I do have my eyebrows micro shaded. I did them a few years ago. Yes, child, I do everything. But even without it, still smooth them eyebrows up. That is part of the face, okay? I don't put nothing on my eyebrows other than that. That's it, that's all. So you let that sit for like 30 seconds until it gets a little bit sticky. But I'm sorry, y'all, excuse my manners. Happy New Year, y'all. Happy New Year. I pray that God blesses you. I pray that you get everything your heart desires this year. I pray that God opens up doors that you didn't even know were even existing. I pray that windows open up for you for new opportunities. I pray that God blows your mind this year. Abundance, health, wealth, prosperity, relationships. I'm just praying goodness over everybody this year. Like, y'all, I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna be transparent with y'all because y'all my family and I love y'all. Oh my God, like, it's December 1st.
Y'all, please excuse me. I don't know what the world I was talking about. Child, it is January. Girl, get a grip. We can tell that you got a lot on your mind. Anyways, back to the video.
Today, and like, I just been emotional. Like, I don't know why I've been emotional, probably because 2025 was a trying year. It was trying for me. Like, you know, you guys let me know down in the comments what 2025 was for you, but it was a trying year for me. And I mean, I just had to really have a warrior spirit about it. But next on the list, we let that dry down a little bit. It's nice and sticky. You should feel it, and it's sticky. I'm gonna go in with this Maybelline Super Stay. It is a 30-hour wear. It is a luminous matte finish, long lasting, and it's buildable airy coverage, which is important because we don't want to be walking around feeling cakey. That's nasty. I don't want cakiness. And it's also sweat and transfer resistant. We love that because I am a little oily, so I can get like very shiny. So this will kind of help keep some of that at bay. So what I like to do for this is, and don't worry, we're gonna get back into our conversation, okay? Because sometimes you just be needing somebody to talk to, and I'm here to listen, but I'm also here to talk because I do like the what I like to do is I put my foundation on back of my hand. That's just what I like to do. So I'm gonna shake it up, and I'm just gonna squeeze a pump. That's all I'm gonna start with is a pump. That's it. I like to squeeze a pump on my hand, and then what I do is I take it and I kind of just put a little bit on that cheek, a little bit on that cheek, a little bit on my chin, a little bit on my nose, and literally a little bit on my forehead. I don't do too much makeup on my forehead. It's just really not my preference. So that's it. And I honestly, look at how much I still have left. A lot. So I put that on, and I'm gonna be using my Morphe M103. I love this brush. It is super affordable. I think it is $13. So it's really, really affordable, and it gives you a nice airbrush look. I love this brush. If you do not have this brush, please go get it. It's a staple. You could also use a sponge though, but I will show you all that too. So I'm just gonna take the brush, and with the brush, you want to tap the makeup in and move it. You don't want to swipe. You want the makeup to get in, okay? So what I mean by that is I'm gonna take this makeup here, and you see how I'm just moving the brush, but I'm tapping. That's what you want to do, okay? See how I'm just kind of moving it and tapping it? That's what we want to do. Then you also want to get it down here on your chin, because if not, you're gonna be looking crazy. So you just tap, tap, tap it in. But yeah, y'all, I mean, 2025 was so trying for me. Like, I feel like I learned a lot about myself. I feel like I also had a lot of self-development in 2025. And I'm not mad at that, you know, because it's needed. You know, some things we might look at them and be like, God, why did this happen to me? Why did I have to go through that? But just know that everything that you're experiencing is making you and building you and stretching your character, and it's preparing you for something bigger and better. So look at it as a blessing, and look at it as, what can I learn from this? What can I get from this? What can I be grateful for in this instance? Because it's making you resilient. So whatever you went through in 2025, it didn't break you. It made you. It was a stepping stool, another block on the stairs that took you up higher. And just know that. And that's the way that I try to look at things in life, as it's a lesson. And sometimes those are the best blessings, honestly. All right, y'all. So we have our base, okay? We have our base. We're good. And look at how much foundation I still have left. So that's why I'm telling y'all, I may tell you a joke, but I'll never tell you a lie. This brush is the truth, because I literally use half a pump of that foundation and spread it all over my entire face. People are using 2 and 3 pumps and looking caked up. No, we don't want to be caked up out of here, okay? Oh, and if you were wondering, I use the shade 350. Next, we're gonna go in with blush. I kind of like to go in with blush next. I kind of go back and forth though, honestly. Sometimes I'll do concealer, sometimes I'll do blush, but lately I've been doing blush. So we're gonna go blush, and for my choice, I went with e.l.f. These are actually new. I seen these at Ulta. It said they were new. This is a camo liquid blush, and this is in the color Cheeky Lychee. This kind of looks like the same color as my Rare Beauty. I think it's Happy. And I really love that one. So this one should be really good too. Let's see. So since this is a new blush, I'm kind of just gonna start out with like really lightly because I don't know how pigmented this will be. So for my blush, like people smile and they think, oh, you put it right here on your cheeks. No, because your cheeks move. See? Your cheeks move. So you wanna put it further up. So when you smile, it's right there, it's lifting your face. You want your face to lift. You don't want it to just sit. Lift, not sit. Lift, lift, okay? Lift. We wanna lift the face, okay? So you put it up on your cheeks. You see that? Up on your cheeks, okay? And for that, I'm going to use the same brush I use for my foundation just so that it blends more seamlessly. So same thing, we are patting, we are not dragging. Pat, pat, pat. And you put it on your cheeks and you bring it up. I'm kind of going in a circular motion if you can't tell. Okay. Okay, that's cute. And same thing over here. Now, I think I did two dots on each side. If you don't like a really blushy look, you don't have to. You can honestly skip this step if you don't like blush altogether, but I think it's so girly and so cute. So I love to do blush, and I think it looks really nice. Might I have to show myself. All right, so that's on. Next step, this is important. This is important. This is the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer, and I have this in the color Warm Honey. So concealer is so important. Placement is so important too. Like I said, we want to lift the face, okay? So you're gonna lift your concealer. All right, so I put my concealer right here, like right below your tear line, your tear duct. You put your concealer. I don't like putting it all the way up here because we're gonna work it up there anyway. Like you don't want it to be kicked up right underneath your eye. That's just a lot. So I start like right here. And I bring it over to my nose a little bit because you know you want to have a snatch nose as well. And then I take it and I drag it up. Okay, you see how that gives me like a lifted look? I take it and I drag it up. Okay. And then I put a little bit here. And then on the other side, we do a 1. A 2. And a 3. And then I love doing my chin area. I love my chin. So I just do like a 1, 2, 3. That's it. And then for the nose, right where your button is, you put a little dot. Okay. You don't need much on your nose, okay? And then you just do a little line going up it. That's it. That's it. Now freeze. I don't put mine on my forehead because I just don't. I feel like that's drawing extra attention. What you will see is I will drag this line up from my nose up a little bit there, but that's it. I'm not putting it on my forehead. I'm not doing all that. So for my everyday look, I've been reaching for my beauty blender, which I told y'all about earlier. You could also have used this for your foundation. This is the Real Techniques, the blue one. This one, chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. It makes your makeup go on so nicely. I probably have like 15 of these. Like this is it. This is the one, not the orange one. That one's cool, that one's cute. That's a nice little starter. But this, yeah, it gets that makeup in. So we're gonna take this And we're gonna blend it. So you start inward. Let me get close and personal with you. You start inward and you take it. You take the pointy side and you push it in. And you push it up in there where we didn't put it at. And you just pat, 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 pat. You keep patting and taking it up. Because remember, we're lifting. Okay. That's what you want to do. Okay. See that? Blended. And we do the other side. Okay. Blend the chin. Okay. And then you blend your nose. And you just be light with the nose because you want to keep the line in place. You don't want to just pepper. That's too crazy. You need to be light. See? And it blends, and I kind of just drag it up. And that's what I mean. Like, that's what I do. I'll just take like whatever excess is on here and I drag it up like that. Okay. That's it. You see, we're looking good already. We're looking great. Now, I don't really see it with this too much, but sometimes with other blushes I use, Rare Beauty, I love y'all, but sometimes when I use that one, I'll have like a harsh line of blush right here. And this one I kind of do a little bit, but not too much. But what I'll do is I'll take my foundation brush that I use, and I'll just kind of like brush it up from wherever that line is. Just brush it up, and that helps it to blend in more with your foundation. You see, seamless. And then you just blend it up on this side. Okay, boom. We nearing the end. We nearing the end because this is simple, but it's everyday, but it's affordable, and we love that. Next on the list is powder. This is Miss Girl. This is one of the key players in the game. She is needed. Now, this is probably the priciest budget-friendly thing I have, but we can't negotiate this, y'all. Okay, everything else we can negotiate. We cannot negotiate this. She is that girl. She is needed in the makeup routine. She will keep the face sitting. She will look out for you when nobody else does. She will rub your back when you are in the bed and you want to be comfortable. She will talk some sense into you. She is the GOAT. She will always be there by your side when nobody else is. Her. Ms. Laura Mercier herself. Yes. Now, I have the mini. The mini, this is not the mini. I do have the mini though too, for like when I go on vacation. The mini is $25, but hear me out. It will last you. It will last you at least like for a year. Like, because a little goes a long way, and you'll see right here, right now. I'm moving fast. That is the next step. This step that's gonna step in place is optional. I do it because I like a little contoured nose. So, honorable mention. I feel like it's necessary, so I would still do it. I use this. This is actually powder foundation, but I use it to contour my nose. Chef's kiss. Love it. A little goes a long way. This is from Essence. I think it was no more than $5, and it's in the color Espresso. And I use it with my e.l.f. contouring brush. When I tell you a little goes a long way, look at this. This is still full. I promise you, because I literally only I dust this on here like that. That's it. And then I shake it off, and then I even put it there first. Okay? Then I put it on my nose. I gotta be quiet for this part because we don't want no jacked up nose. And then come across the bottom of your nose to make it like that button-like. But remember I told you don't need much. So then rub off the rest and then just take it and rub it. Now don't worry if you see a line at the moment, because once we set with powder, that girl that I told you is there when nobody else is there, she'll take care of it. So don't worry if you see a lower line. You just kind of drag it up the sides of the bridges of your nose, and it will snatch your nose like never before. What the freak? Do you look at that? That freaking plastic surgery or something? Heck no, I just snatched my nose for less than $5. Okay? Snatch your nose. Now, we gonna go in with our girl. I like to use these little powder puffs. These are so cute. You can get them on Amazon for under $5 and you'll get like a pack of them. I love these. These are game changers. All right, so we take our powder. Now, with the powder, this is how you coat it, okay? You see that? Let me get that up close. That is thick. That is too much powder because your face is gonna be thick. We don't want that. So you take this, you take your hand, you press it on your hand, okay? You get all of that excess off. That is what you should have, just a little dust. Look at all that. That was gonna go on your face. No, ma'am. Now you take this and you start where we contoured the nose at and you drag it up. We wanna lift up, okay? So you take it, you come down, and then you come back up and you push it up, push it up, push it up, push it up. That's all you need, okay? You push that up and you just leave that there for now. Because it's only a little bit, so it's not going to take a lot of oil out of your face. Now, you do that same thing again on this other side, okay? But yeah, y'all, back to our little girl chat. Honestly, this year, I'm loving myself. I'm loving myself. Like, honestly, I feel like in previous years, like I've always loved myself, don't get me wrong, but I just feel like I don't love myself emotionally. I love myself with buying things. That's how I love myself. I love myself by doing things. I don't show myself how I love myself emotionally. I'm not spending time with myself, learning new things that I like or anything. I'm buying stuff, and I just want to be more intentional with loving myself, because when you love yourself, you don't allow things. You don't settle for things. You know what I mean? And if you don't love yourself, how can you expect someone else to love you? If you don't respect yourself, how can you expect someone else to respect you? Let alone, how can you even know what respect looks like when you're getting it if you don't even respect yourself? How will you know what love looks like when you're trying to receive it if you haven't even given it to yourself first? Okay? So it's just like, take some time this year and really be intentional with yourself. Do something once a week that pours into your cup. Do something that fills you, makes you feel good, gives you that butterfly feeling within yourself, that girl la la, as I like to say. Do something like that. And it doesn't have to be anything that costs. It can literally be watching one of your favorite movies that makes you feel good. That's it. Or it can be lighting a candle that you've been saving for a while, because you know you got a lot of candles in that closet. Light a candle that you've been saving for a while that smells good and it just fills your air and it makes you feel good. Do things to love on yourself this year. Maybe go outside and take a walk if you're not ready for the gym yet. That's fine, but do things to love on yourself. That is really what I'm focused on this year. Loving on myself and curating my relationship with Christ to be more deep. That is what's important to me. Everything else will follow. When you give love within, more love will follow. You are what you attract. Okay, so if you're walking around and you're not loving yourself and you know you're having an attitude in this stuff, what do you think you're gonna attract? You're going to attract the same thing that you are. So start with yourself. Be what you want the reflection of your life to look like. But first we have to look inward, and that's what I'm doing this year. What are y'all doing this year? Let me know down below. I'm excited to hear. I'm excited for the new year. I'm excited for us, y'all. We going up. Okay? We going up on a Tuesday. All right, so I let that sit for a little second. You didn't have to let it sit that long because it wasn't that much. And then we just take our brush. This is also an e.l.f. powder brush, $5. All right, we take this powder brush and we just take it and we dust off any of the extra. Okay. As y'all seen, I did put a little bit like above my mouth because I get smile lines and it kind of helps with my smile lines. So that's why I do it. All right, so that's that. Next, we're gonna go in with my beauty mark. So if you have moles or something, I like to put mine back because I think they're cute and I think they're dainty. So I have this L'Oreal Paris Carbon Black. I've been using this for so long. So long. I take this, or honestly, any eyeliner you have works. It just must be a liquid and it has a point. I take mine and I just put my mole back. Boom. Period. See that? Yeah. I got another one right here, but I don't be feeling that one. We like her though. She can stay. That's that. And then this is another one of the girls. I love her. I've been in my natural lash era and I think it's so cute and so girly and so soft, and I love that. So this is $15. The Fenty Beauty Hella Thick. This is in the color Cause I'm Black. This is so good, and it also goes along. Like, I've actually had this since last spring and it's still so much in here. So I take this, and it depends on how I'm feeling. Most of the time I might just do my tops, but honestly it depends on how I'm feeling. So I go like this and I start at my base and I kind of blink down, and that's how I get them to lift. So and then a little bit in the corner. Okay, see? Pretty. So this is really good too, y'all. This is the one I went with for choice. And you blink your way into it. Okay? Don't drag the brush. You blink your way into it and let your eyelashes guide you. Should we do bottoms, y'all? Yeah, no. Should we do bottoms? Should we do bottoms? Sure, whatever, we'll do bottoms because you said so. Just a little bit, y'all. Okay. See, my eyes, so cute. Okay, that's the makeup. This last step is optional, and then we're gonna spray and we're gonna be done. The lip liner that I will be using to do my lips is a staple. If you're close to or around my color, this is the perfect brown. It's NYX Espresso lip pencil. It's really good. This is a fresh one too. Oh, look at that point. She's sharp. For me, I kind of like to start with like Bliss X or something on my lips because it helps this glide a lot more. So I start with the inner corner. And I kind of just drag it. Okay, that's on the bottom. Now for the top, I overline a little bit. Don't tell nobody. Like, this between you and me. Don't go out there running the business and telling nobody, oh, mom shall not be overlining. No, that stays over here. If they don't know, they don't know. It's still cute. Because I like a little overline. Not too much. We don't want to be giving duck lips. That's not cute. Just a little something, you know. We want to be mindful, you know. Very demure, very mindful. So I start from my inner and I just go over top of my lip a little bit. That's how I overline. And then you bring it down. Okay, you see? Look at that. Do you see the difference? This side? This side. You need a defined lip. And then you just connect it like a little M, a little Cupid's bow. That's cute. That's what I have. So I did a little Cupid's bow. All right, see that? Cute. Now, because you had the Blistex on, that's why that was key, or some sort of chapstick. You just kind of drag it into your lips. Because I don't really like that harsh line. Sometimes I do, but I'm not in that right now. Ooh, makeup is giving. Okay, focus. So you just kind of move that down. You see how it blends? So good. Okay, we're good. And now I take my girl, Praline from NYX Butter Gloss. This one's really good. And I only really put it on the bottom because I like to keep my top lip a little bit darker. I like the contrast. I feel like it just adds to the lip. So I take my lip gloss of choice and I just put a little bit on the bottom. See, literally just a little bit. That's it. And then that's it. Just a little pat. Just a little pat, 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 pat. And that's it, y'all. And we're gonna set this with Stay All Night Micro Fine Setting Mist by e.l.f. This stays up to 16 hours. This, chef's kiss as well. Before I moved on to the Charlotte Tilbury, this one right here, this airbrush setting spray, this is that girl. But this is a great dupe. I'm telling you, this is a great dupe. It does the makeup so good. So I take this, I'm gonna step back and shake it up. And I think this is only like $12 as well. All this stuff is highly affordable, y'all. You take it, I tilt my face back, and then I just, don't be afraid to go crazy with the spray because it's gonna dry down anyway. Okay, we sprayed our face. And if you don't feel like letting it dry, you got somewhere to go or you gotta get ready to go to work, you can just take something that's nearby to you and use it as a fan. And it will start to dry really quickly. Like, it's not gonna stay the whole time. Okay. And let's take these clips out. The makeup is done. And this is the finished look. And we like. So this is how you get a nice everyday beat that is affordable, that is transfer resistant, that is breathable, not caked up, and cute. Like, what are we talking about? Like, it's flawless. You follow this routine, I promise you, follow this routine and let me know down in the comments after you follow it. Post a picture in the comments. Send a picture to me on Instagram. Let me see your makeup after you do it, because I promise you it's gonna eat down. It's gonna eat down. It's going to eat down. Like, what? I gotta get somewhere to go. This is fire. Like, this is fire, y'all. And for budget friendly, like, what? Y'all seen the stuff that we use? Maybelline. We use Essence. This is $5 powder. Like, what the heck? Primer, $10. This is the stuff we use. This is NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop. Under $10. Like, we in there, y'all. We in there all 2026. This is one of the steps that you can do to love on yourself. Go get you this makeup right now and tell them that Bombshell Nice sent you. And make sure that you show me when you're finished. So excited for y'all. I'm so excited because this makeup is eating. But that's the end of the video, y'all. Until next time, love you as always. And if you made it to the end, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you're not part of the family yet, so that you don't miss a drop, because you gotta have them post notice on, okay? But I love y'all once again. Happy New Year. Praying that it's a great year for you. Go be happy. Go enjoy your day. Put this video on while you're doing your makeup, and then go out and show it off, honey, okay? But I love y'all. Bye. Yo, I had to come show y'all. This is me in natural light. Like, what are we talking about right now? This is the routine of 2026. I'm telling you, it speaks for itself. What? Cut the show. Cut the show.
It's something I